going on, everybody? Welcome back to the HotZone Hitting Podcast, episode number 3. Again, I'm your host, Jackson Tyre. This is co-host, Andrew Amato. Andrew, how are we doing today?
I'm good, Jackson. Exciting time of the year here, man. It's MLB draft season, Big day today. We're filming this on Sunday, July 13th. So we got the day one of the MLB draft ahead of us today and day two coming up tomorrow. So exciting, man. It's a great time for baseball.
Yes, sir. Very special time. Definitely a weekend where a lot of lives are changed, minor league organizations getting shaken up, guys moving up and down, and it's a new batch of professional hopefuls coming in, ready to take some spots, ready to make a name for themselves. Exciting time, especially exciting time for us as well. We got a lot of teammates, a lot of friends, a lot of guys that are looking to hear their name called. So this is going to be a fun one today.
Yeah, gonna be great. On my end, actually up here in Saugerties right now for Ethan, have his draft party tonight. Super fired up for him to hear his name picked. Hopefully in the early coming rounds. It's exciting, man. It's great to see your best friends and teammates and everyone you've met along the way have the opportunity to prolong their career. So on that note, wanted to open up with the newly renamed Dropping Ball Knowledge segment here. In 1971, actually, the Washington Senators, they drafted future NFL Hall of Famer John Elway. Yes, that's right, Jackson. John Elway, NFL Hall of Fame quarterback, in the second round of the MLB draft. And actually, he was a star outfielder with a cannon arm, and he hit .318 in the minors for the Yankees years later. So little ball knowledge for us to start off the pod here. Thought that was a good one with the MLB draft coming up here today.
That is a good one. I had no clue until you told me that John Elway got popped and played a little bit of pro ball. That's interesting.
Here we go. I'm
It's
just
crazy.
upping my ball knowledge, baby. I'm just upping the ball knowledge.
It's crazy because, obviously with the drafts, the rounds getting shortened by a lot, almost like half. Like it's crazy to just see the fact that so many dual sport athletes used to get popped back in the day when there were what?
Mm-hmm.
How many rounds was it before I ever get? How many exactly?
40.
It was 40 on the dot. Okay, yeah. It's crazy. Like
Russ got picked too out of high school. Tom Brady might have been another one with
Tom Brady, Russell Wilson,
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick, I think, got popped.
Yeah, he had
A lot of dudes.
Jameis Winston too was quite the baseball player. I remember seeing his perfect game video. That man had a hose piece in the outfield.
Chooch. Had a chooch.
Yeah, crazy.
Speaking of Jameis Winston, though, went to Florida State, and that is the same school that our guest today started his career at. So for everybody who doesn't know, our guest today is a draft hopeful this year. He expects to go day 2 in the draft to, as heard from a plethora of teams. One of my best friends, Mr. Jordan Taylor of the Stetson Hatters, started his career at FSU, appeared in 21 games. Then he took his talents the JUCO route, had plenty of offers after transferring from FSU. Ended up going to Chipola College down in Florida. Chipola was a star there. Really, his career started to turn around out there. About a .344, 33 hits, 6 doubles, and 2 triples, and appeared in 47 games with them. After Chipola, he decided to go to Stetson. He's a Florida boy, loved to stay home in Florida. So took his talents to DeLand, Florida, played for the Stetson Hatters, and that was this past year. Had a breakout year with them. About a .322 with 8 pumps, 43 ribbies, 22 stolen bases, and appeared in 63 games on the year. Late in the season, really got his name out there. Big performances in the regionals, and he also earned ASUN weekly honors towards the late end of the year, and was a key role for the Stetson Hatters in the NCAA regional. So this is one of my best friends, not only as a lot of guys we have on here, but not only is he a great baseball player, but great person overall. So I'm glad to have Jordan Taylor in here with us today. And here he is.
There he is.
Mr. Jordan Taylor.
What's on, Jordan?
How are y'all?
Good, bro. Good. How are you?
Man, how about yourself?
I'm doing good. It's a good Sunday. Just hot down
Yeah.
in
How
Florida.
is it, Jordan? I want to
Uh,
ask you how are your nerves and your feelings these next 2 days? How have they been so far leading into it?
you know, since getting into religion and learning how to put more stuff just in God's hands, it definitely helps because it's easy to stress in the world with all like everything going on, but the more you put in God's hands, the less you have to put on yourself.
Yes, sir.
So,
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome, brother. That's deep. That's great. Exciting time of the year for you, man. Obviously breakout year at Stetson this year. Toured up in the Cape this summer. How's that experience out there on the Cape for you? Just really putting everything together, building the momentum from this year. What was that experience like this summer?
going to the Cape, it's fun because everybody there is good and everybody's there to compete. So when you go out every day, you have to lock in on every at bat just to give yourself a chance to do good up there. So it definitely makes you forces you to get better, and forces you to work and focus on your skills. So keep them and playing good up there. The crowds are nice. It's a good environment. Fans really come out for everybody, so it was just a good experience all around.
For sure, and for everyone who doesn't know, like the normal Cape Cod day experience, kind of walk through that for the average viewer at home and all those kids out there dreaming of the Cape. What's a normal game day look like on the Cape? The best of the best competing every day. Kind of walk me through, morning to game time, what that looks like on that regard.
The team I was on probably did a little bit more than other Cape teams because our coach had a really like set out schedule for us every day. So you could wake up and go to the gym and get your movement in, and we get like a membership. It's like 5 minutes from the field, and then you show up to the field, get your early hitting in, and then we're going to look at team like stretch circuit. We're there probably around 2:45 for like a 6:30 game. Um, we do our stretch circuit in, uh, throw, get out there a little bit, and then we'll hit BP. And after BP, we'll have like probably an hour break. Probably go get food, go to the gas station, get some snacks for the game. And then the other team will take BP. And then after that, we'll come back and both teams will take IO. So it was probably about a 4 hour process before the game, just getting ready and prepping for the game. And then after first pitch, it's 6:30. It's 9 innings of straight competition, and everybody out there battling to, win against the other team, which is pretty hard every day, but it's fun.
Oh
For
yeah,
sure,
bro.
for sure, man.
It's awesome how like it's such a good kind of entry level like experience in like pro ball, especially you're playing with obviously the best of the best in collegiate baseball. Not only that, you're getting coached by some of the best too, and just getting that experience and that firsthand look into like the life of a pro baseball player is pretty sick, bro.
Yeah, definitely the coolest part is playing with like good people from everywhere because most of my team is from the West Coast. So we get a couple of kids from Hawaii, kids from California, and it's cool to see like just meeting different people is like the coolest part about summer ball and seeing like everybody's different skill set because everybody brings something different to the table.
For sure, for sure. Quick question: if you remember, what was the toughest at bat or toughest pitcher you saw out there?
The tough, I don't know. They were all pretty tough, man.
Uh,
I'm trying to remember the toughest. I can't say somebody specific, but there's. I would have to say my first at bat coming off like not seeing live at bat for 2 weeks. There's his lefty. He was probably like 92, 95 with the craziest ride ever. And like the fastball at the bottom of the zone looks like it's going down and it just stays there. So any pitcher that can do that with a really good curveball, that was pretty tough. But definitely took some adjusting getting used to, especially getting back into wood from metal bat. So
I'll do it. I'll do it for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan,
Yeah. Take it away,
go
Jackson.
ahead, Andrew.
Well,
Oh, you got it,
obviously,
bro. Go ahead.
yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, bro, your college career wasn't traditional, starting at Florida
Mhm.
State, then going junior college route, and then ending up at Stetson. So, how was your experience, starting at Florida State and then utilizing the transfer portal to end up at Chipola and then Stetson? Like, how was that whole experience throughout your career? Talk to me about that process a little bit.
No, Florida State was a good experience. It's a good school with a good baseball like school mix and a good like college atmosphere. So it was good to go through that. Like it sucks that things like didn't work out there, but I get to go through a full season, go through a full travel, get to experience cool places and see what like like a big time conference like big time schools like about. Um, Going to JUCO really just like let me take a step back and focus on like what I needed to do because JUCO is like you're only gonna get in like you're only gonna get out like what you put in. So you really have to like put work in because nothing there is like handed to you. Because going from like an ACC school to a JUCO, you go from having pretty much like not everything but a lot to riding in two vans like on hour bus trips and going and playing. It's still good competition in Florida because JUCO competition in Florida is really good. A lot of people go and get drafted or go to good schools after. Um, but yeah, going to JUCO, especially Chipola, it's a grind. Um, it's a long season. It's taxing your body, but you learn how to get in tune with your body to stay healthy and get through a season. You have a fall season that's longer and a spring season that goes pretty long. And I think the going JUCO was probably my best decision. Um, just based off the fact like I got to take a step back with no pressure of anything and just find like what worked for me. And after JUCO, Stetson gave me an opportunity to come and just be myself and help a team and help a good program go a long way. And helping a program go a long way is really fun. Going to a regional was probably like my most fun experience in college. Um, at Stetson, they really like let me figure out like what I need to do for hitting, and I feel like that was really a key big piece for me. Um, like I would have my ups and downs, but towards like the later of the season, I really started to figure out made this really good stretch at the end, which helped me like picking my batting average and my numbers to carry out to a good season. Um, just being a part of good programs and really like building like your own confidence because confidence is really key in having a good season because knowing you can go out every day and do put on good performances back to back to back is a key part to like doing good for yourself and helping your own team because like you don't want to be selfish but when you're doing good you're helping the team also do good so you want to do good what's for yourself and what's for the team so getting better at every like aspect of the game and learning how to do that like on a JUCO level and a D1 level is was a good experience and going to three different schools like and playing summer ball you learn how to interact with so many people so it's good to learn and meet like new people and learn how to interact so like in any phase of your life you can like fit in or just learn how to talk to people.
100%, man. I mean, the game's the game. It's never going to change. It's all about just playing your part. Doing your job, as guys like to say, and just doing your fit into your role to the best of your abilities. And definitely, especially this year at Stetson, man, you did a great job at that for sure.
Yeah.
What are I guess what are some ways, like you said, the confidence aspect is so big in this game. What are some ways your teammates or Coach Trimper or anybody like that? What are some ways that they kind of help you get to that point where you're just achieving the full confidence in yourself?
Yeah, as much as you need like confidence in yourself, having a good support system is a really key part of that. Um, you have to learn how to have your own internal confidence when things aren't going good, and you need to pick yourself back up. But having good teammates, especially, and having like a coach that believes in you, um, really helps build your confidence because you can see other people believing you when sometimes you have your own self doubt. Um, Going up to the plate, like you never want to have a doubt that he's going to beat you because you can already lose the battle before you already get in. Like you can't ever go into a game or like an at bat or any pitch thinking like you're going to get beat because baseball's already a game of failure, so you don't want to put more doubt into your mind. So, especially like working hard and seeing your hard work pay off is like the most like rewarding feeling, and I think seeing your hard work pay off builds your confidence because you know you can do what it takes to like achieve what you want to achieve. So confidence is definitely like the biggest part of baseball because you can see like good players lose confidence and nobody knows what happens and it's literally all in their head. Like you can be your own worst enemy. So it's really just getting out of your own way and letting like your ability and your hard work take over.
Would you say too on that end, Jordan? Was that something that junior college helped solidify for you, kind of reinforcing that mindset there?
Yeah, my JUCO coach was old time, hard nosed. He's gonna tell you like when you're not doing good. So definitely like you had to work hard so just so you didn't like hear it from him. And definitely work hard so you can achieve your goals to get to the next step and not let your career like stop at JUCO because it can happen because like it's only 2 years so you have to go somewhere after. But you know, having a hard nosed coach like really helped me because it really makes you lock into the like really small things and make sure everything that you're doing is good. And when the small things are good, everything else will like pan out. And that's when all your hard work starts paying off.
Awesome. Now, JT, I gotta ask. Obviously, we've been friends for years now, and you've told me the stories. You've told me some stories of your experiences at at the JUCO. So I guess like, what would be your best memory that you have from there? What would be your best memory, whether it's on the field, off the field with the team, anything like that? I want to hear some of this.
Um, you know, going to a JUCO where like conditioning is one of the main parts of your thing, it makes a team get closer because if one person is lacking, it can make it worse for the whole team. So, I'm trying to think of the best experience from JUCO. Um, let's see.
It doesn't even have to be best experience in terms of success, just like your favorite memory, man. Whether it was you guys, like you said, the conditioning aspect, and you guys are getting your ass kicked at 6 in the morning, or whether it's just going out with the boys and catching a bite to eat after a game. Just what was kind of just that favorite memory for you from it.
Um, oh, definitely. On Mondays, this family, named Rex, he worked at a hospital and he hosted Bible studies and cooked dinner for us every Mondays. And the whole team would go over, and it was really like a way to like get off the field stress because we would talk about all that stuff from the Bible, but we would also open up about personal stuff, and the team would like like have open minds and help each other out. And I feel like that helped us grow closer as a team. Um, because it was something away from baseball that we could grow with each other like on a personal level rather than just on a baseball like on the field level, which I feel like is key for like the success for a team. So that was probably my most enjoyable like time off the field like with the team. We did that from the fall to the spring, so that was probably my favorite like time to spend with the team there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Especially like Jackson and I at UD, we obviously had a really close knit team, and I think I could firmly can say that it helped us in the long run, especially when we didn't have the year we anticipated, and when shit was kind of going south on that regard. being able to come together on a personal level and have that connection with each other made the difference in the long run for us to get out of some pretty bad roughs. I mean, we didn't start the year as we wanted to, 0-5. It didn't go to plan at all. We were dealing with injuries left and right at a rapidly alarming rate. And I feel like that's often overlooked at this level is, the amount of genuine care and love you have for your teammates goes a long way just in terms of team chemistry.
Yeah, especially now, like JUCO has always been like that. It's only 2 years, so you're having mostly like new teams every year have to build connections with a team fast to have like a good spring season. So having something off the field and having like good people on your team to really want to build a connection and have like really like want to care for one another is definitely uh, a good thing to have. Just having new teams every year, especially with the portal now and some teams just having really new teams every year. Um, Having good people around you and having good people that want to care about you is definitely uh, like something I would want and want to value like in a team. So
And is that something too that you integrated into Stetson in your time there? Kind of building off of like, building that bondness and closeness at JUCO. Is that something like you guys tried to implement at Stetson as a team? Like how did that transition? Obviously you built that great group and established those connections and found a way to do so away from baseball. Was that something you carried over to your next university there?
yeah, so going into Stetson, I already knew like probably three or four of the guys going in, and they've all been my friends since like high school, and I knew they were good people, and I would ask them like how's the team, and like they would say like the probably like the best chemistry we've had. The whole team like got along. I definitely think it's really good. Like when you're so close, you can just joke with people, and like Stetson, like the whole year, like we would have fun. Like having fun in baseball is like a key part, and having a close knit family you can joke with, and knowing the person next to you has your back is really good. And like what you said, like we lose a game, nobody really panics, and everybody can say something to one another without it taking it personal. To know like we can say something to one another to get back like on the track we want to be on. So Stetson was definitely we were really close. Nobody in the locker room wants to be a cancer, and nobody wants to be the person to be the cancer in the locker room and get singled out by everybody. So having like our team captains and especially our coach preached like team bonding and stuff, and we definitely took it to heart when he preached that because we were such a close knit family last year that the team itself just made it really enjoyable, like off the field.
Absolutely. Not only obviously, like we've talked about it, me and Andrew, with our guests past two episodes, but like the off the field stuff that matters just as much, if not more, than everything that happens on the field. You need that tight knit
Yeah,
feeling and that closeness with you and your brothers, because obviously this game is a lot of failure. It's more failure than it is success. So if you don't have that kind of connection, that kind of bond,
yeah. I've definitely been a part
things
of
can.
teams that like have terrible locker rooms and like it's so like it's just not fun at all.
No,
Like could like disconnecting the locker rooms is the worst thing that can happen to a team.
100%, 100%. I want to, Jordan. I want to throw it back real quick to to your high school days. I was lucky enough. I met you early on in your college career, kind of right after your freshman year. Um, and I remember us talking about your experience in high school. Not only do you have a very real shot at professional baseball this year, but out of high school, you had a shot to play professionally as well. Obviously, you were one of the best athletes in your class of 2022. Top 100 nationally ranked kid. Kind of explain to me kind of your feelings and your experiences going through that whole process back then, and now kind of compare it to right now. How you feeling?
Um, no, high school I had the opportunity to go to like a lot of cool events. Like I went to East Coast Pro. That was probably my favorite event that I went to in high school. That was cool. And like again got to meet a bunch of like really good baseball players. Some that are like now in Double A, some are in the majors, like some are like just scattered out in the minor leagues, and some are doing really good in college, like about to get drafted. So just being able to having those experiences, and especially going to a high school where we were good. We got a lot of opportunities to go to cool events, like went to Cary for the USA tournament for high school, and high school was really fun in baseball. I just I injured my elbow my junior year, so I had a little up and down there. But I had an opportunity to go like out of high school my senior year. Um, but I chose to go to college, and I think it was good because I definitely matured a lot in college. I got to go through a lot more experiences and learn like about myself a lot more. Um, like probably more than I ever learned about like myself as a player, especially in high school. Because high school you can almost get away with talent, if that makes sense. Like
100%.
in college everybody's equally as talented, if not like better, if you don't work hard. So if you don't work hard in college, your talent's not going to get you very far. So I definitely
Definitely.
felt like I had to learn that aspect more, and I got that out of college. And even the good season I had this year, I felt like I worked for that. Like I felt like it didn't come easy to me at all. Like I had to definitely make some changes to my swing from JUCO, lock it in, like probably work a little bit harder. Um, and I think it was good. But my high school experiences were fun. I think going to all those events too really was eye opening because you got to see like a bunch of the talent in college and like minors like before they were really refined, and see what was out there and see like how you compared like at a young age. So
100%. Yeah, man. Also, along with that, not only did you meet, like you said, you met a lot of guys in those experiences that are playing a high level professional baseball now. I know you got a lot of close friends that are professional baseball players or soon to be professional baseball players. For anybody that will ever check out your social media, they see that you got a close relationship with guys like like Elijah Green. You got Chris Stanfield coming off a national championship. How have your friends and the people close to you, how have they kind of like supported you and motivated you through this whole process?
um, having close friends that like are gonna support you no matter what. Like we have a close friend group. It's like me, Elijah, Davion, Chris, and Sai, and Sai's battled with injuries for like a bunch of his career and stuff, and he said like he like might hang up his cleats, and we were like, dude, like that doesn't matter to us. Like you're our friend first, like and stuff like that. So having good friends that have a good support system and are gonna be friends with you like no matter what is really good, and also having friends that like Elijah went top five, so you have that experience. The other two others of us went to college from the college route, so we have all of our own experiences. Chris went to Auburn and LSU. Davion went to FSU with me, then went to Rice. He's gonna have our opportunity to get drafted this year. So we all push each other to be better and have a support system, and keep each other in check when we think one of us is like slacking off or something. So having motivated friends and keeping each other motivated and in check is a good thing to have. Um, and definitely having like friends that have something going for them will definitely like without them even saying something to you, you're gonna be motivated to not want to fall behind and keep having like a successful life and keep impacting like the world and people in like a positive way.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
Success leaves clues, man. Leaves clues, and especially to have a group of friends around you, that are also so successful. It's a good competitive balance. Keeps
Yeah.
you motivated, but at the same time, you can just take what they've gone through, take what others have gone through, and just learn from it. So that's awesome, man.
I mean, yeah, it comes down to your circle. at the end of the day, whatever you're trying to do, whether it's in the game or life, you got to surround yourself with those people, man, that truly want the best for you in all aspects. And like you said, with your man's over there, he might hang up the cleats, but that's still a brother for life. Like that's family.
Yeah,
And I think that's often overlooked too. Within this game, it's you're more than a baseball player. At the end of the day,
yeah,
like you're a human being, you're a person. Like we have lives outside of this game. The game doesn't define us. Our relationships are within the game, but they don't stop at the game. I think that's really powerful too, and something a lot of people kind of forget. Like our identity is more than a baseball player. Like we're people. We
yeah,
live lives. Like we have relationships. We like to do other things than baseball. Sure, we do it
yeah,
most of the day, but it just comes back to that circle and that support group, man. I feel like that's a really big thing for whether a kid's getting into college now or he's in high school or just got drafted. It's like wherever you end up, man, you have to find your circle of people that are going to push you and want the best for you and influence you in a positive direction throughout your life.
yeah. Like I just so happened to meet Jackson and like because we got placed on the same summer ball team our freshman summer, and like I've like stayed in touch with Jackson literally like for 2 years, like ever since. Like I don't think we've like stopped talking like in our little group for like yeah, like for literally 2 years we play with each other, and it's mostly like just non-baseball stuff. Like we'll talk about life, like do check-ins, um, just see how like each other's lives are going because we're scattered across the United States. So it's good to just see like what's going on like off the field because we want to check on our lives and see how like we're doing like personally and like mentally too. So it's good to have a good support system and checking on like your friends that like you want to
Absolutely,
talk to like off the field. Yeah.
100%. Angela Carr, man, Angela
Yeah.
Carr.
Shout out
Group
Angela.
chat's been alive for 3 years now. Never gonna die. But no, yeah, like you said, bro. I mean, Andrew, that's a group chat we've had since my first year of summer ball in Danville, and it's been nonstop texting in there every single day for going on 3 years now. So I mean, it's a perfect example right there, man. Calamos. For those who are watching, Calamos is in that one too. That kid's everywhere. But no, man, it's just awesome. Like the connection was made on the field, but it's so much more about off the field stuff and just our lives that are
Yeah,
what
the
we
late
what
night
we worry
cookout
about, what we
runs,
care
all
for.
that just builds
Oh yeah,
character.
Sure.
favorite
Yeah.
apartments, baby.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's the beautiful thing about summer ball too, that a lot of people don't understand. It's like, yeah, obviously most people would prefer not to play and enjoy their summers, but there's so much more to summer ball than just playing. I mean, I'm up here in upstate New York right now with one of my best friends I met 2.5 years ago, for his draft party. Like, if I knew this going, if I looked 3, 4 years down the line, I've never heard of this town. I never would have thought to step foot here. I never would have had this relationship with him. He would just be a figure on social media that I see and I go, damn, he throws up tough flicks on IG. Like, he looks good. He's got a good swing. Like, I would never know him on a personal level like that. But it's just so crazy. And then that's why, like, when a lot of young hitters or players ask me about summer ball if they should do it, I say yes 10 out of 10 times. Not only for the development side of it, just for life. It's so good to be exposed to so many people, like you were saying earlier, Jordan. Like, you got kids from Hawaii you're playing with, man. Like, and you're getting to know them on a personal level and their backstory and what they've been through. And it's just such a unique avenue in this game to learn about so many different people and their stories and what they've been through. And like Callan said on our first pod, like once you share a diamond with them for a while, like they become a brother. They become a brother for life, on and off the field.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, JT. So our last segment. If you've watched the previous pods, we're gonna pull up a swing, pull up one of our favorite swings of you.
Yeah, let me
Um,
get this up
this
right
was
now.
your most recent. This is your last, hopefully your last collegiate homer. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is. I was watching this one live, and man, I was fired up.
Let's
Telling
roll
you
the
right now, I
tape.
was fired up when he hit this one. So let's see it. First NC State regional game,
Two
big time
strikes.
moment. Two strike,
You're all
two
fired
strike
up.
swing.
That's electric. Let's
Look
run
at
that
the
back.
look at the
I'm
for the
gonna run that
fans
back.
watching for Trey Keels. I know your Trey Keels is watching this. Just watch the hunchback running around first base too.
Oh,
Watch that. Watch the turtle bag.
Oh,
Had to throw that in there.
that's
Yeah.
fun.
Nah, man. What so I mean, obviously such a big time moment and a big time swing for you and your team, but if you remember kind of just leading up to the at bat or as soon as that ball hit your bat, what were you kind of feeling? What were the thoughts going through your head there?
I mean, I was hitting two hole that day. I was for the first time like ever like the whole season. It was our last game this season, so it was a little bit of switch up, but I was already 2 for 2 with like two singles off sliders, and they brought in uh that guy, and I looked at the scouting report, and like you look on the paper, and it's like 93, 96, like three pitches, and you're like, dang. And he threw like 60% slider, so I knew at some point I was gonna get probably at least two sliders like that at bat. Um, Barquette hits before me, and he only had 8 strikeouts going into that at bat, and he struck out like right before me, like looking, and so I'm like, dang, like this dude slider might be kind of good, like, because it's like seeing him strike out is like everybody in the dugout
Rare.
like kind of like goes quiet because it's like whoa, like, um, I got behind in the count, and I was looking for something up. I didn't want to go fishing for a slider in the dirt and just give the at bat away, and he threw it up, and I just see it pop out of the hand a little, and the hanging breaking ball was already elevated. It's easy to elevate, so I just happened to put a good swing on it, and get enough of it to get out center. It was fun. It was a lot of energy in that game. That whole regional was fun. The stadium was nice, so it was a lot of emotion coming around first. I kind of blacked out a little bit. I don't really remember that much of it.
For
I
sure,
mean,
bro.
Trey probably remembers me running around first more than I do, but yeah.
No, absolutely. That was that was a special moment, man. That was fun watching that one, bro. Like
Yeah.
watching that live, bro. I was like, "There's no way." You got the thumb. Don't get me wrong, but dead center. I don't see that from you very often. That was a
Come on,
big time
man.
swing in a
I
big
did it. I
time
did it a
spot.
couple times this year, just not in Danville. I
Yeah, you can't do
was
that,
I was a
Danville.
Princeton Demon, bro. Princeton Whistle Pigs. Let's
Oh
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. I think I showed Andy. I think I told Andy to look up some of that synergy before, the Princeton synergy.
Yeah.
That's the spot right there.
That
Mm-hmm.
That's
was
the
the spot.
spot.
It looks like the ball
Kind of
jumped out there.
kind of real quick just before we finish up here. Kind of take us through that whole regional experience. What makes it different from like say like this the conference tournament or anything like that? Like I mean, obviously you got how every game's televised and stuff like that. You got the media around you and stuff, but kind of run us through that experience, like just going through it, especially like for yourself, like the first time in your career having something like that. What was it kind of like?
Yeah, at FSU we didn't really have like that good of a year, so we didn't really get to go to postseason. So I didn't have like even like the experience to see like how like the emotions are like higher or like the competition level like raises. Um, I got my first taste like in the conference tournament for the ASUN, and even there, like the ASUN, it's a good conference. Like there's a good competition. It's not like one of the Power Four conferences, but definitely like a lot of heated emotions, a lot of competition, and like it definitely felt different than regular season like just conference games that already had like enough meaning behind it. Um, and after that, getting to the regional, you go to like these four teams that are battling out to just keep their season alive. Um, it definitely means more to everybody, and you definitely get those butterflies before the game, but it's like good butterflies because you're just so excited to get out and play for the person next to you. Like you're not only trying to keep your season alive, you're trying to keep like your seniors, your guys who are about to get drafted. Keep playing for the freshmen that are getting the experience, and the people in the field who like also want to compete and like win the game. So the regional was really fun because everybody pulls together tighter. Um, each at bat means more. Everybody's rooting for each other more. Um, it was definitely like cool to see like the team like really come together and like gel like at that final time. It sucks that we, like lost like in the regional, but I mean, to get that far and to do what we did, and I feel like we made it like put it had a good season last year. Like had a great season. We went like 25-5 or 26-4 in conference or something like that last season. So it was a really good season, and to show it on a big stage like at a regional and show what we can do and like who can we compete against was really good. Even personally, like like you get like after the game, you go and hug your family that's there. Like you see like your snaps like from people after the game and like your friends who are like watching, like supporting you. Like it's like one of the coolest parts.
For sure, bro. That was a special run you guys had at the end of the year there. That
Yeah.
was exciting baseball to watch. You guys are rolling. You guys are rolling. Well, Jordan, that's all we got for you today. You got anything else you want to let the people know?
Nah, I mean it was fun being on the podcast. No, I really enjoyed this. I hope your friend's draft party goes well. Like good luck to him.
Thanks, bro. I'm excited. I don't know what to expect. I've never experienced anything like this, so it should be fun. I'm excited for him. It's a big day for
Yeah.
everyone, and obviously tomorrow, huge day for you, man. So congratulations on everything that's came these past coming years. Obviously Jackson and I both super fired up for you, bro. Gonna be such
Yeah.
a cool experience. Can't wait to hear your name called, man. Really proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Enjoy that time with your family. It's special, man. Really,
Yeah.
congratulations again.
I really appreciate that.
For those who are watching, by the time this podcast drops, which is Tuesday, Mr. Jordan Taylor will be a part of some organization. Not sure yet, but excited for that time to come. We're excited to see where you
Hopefully,
end up,
man.
brother.
Hopefully. So,
Hopefully. I'm excited for
On a
you, bro.
plan, bro.
It's a
On a
special
plan.
time, man. Special time. You've earned it. One of the best athletes I've ever seen on a baseball field for sure. But again, not only a great athlete, but a great person as well. So, blessings to you, bro. I'm excited to see where you end up. I'm coming down to Florida as soon as you know, so I'll catch up with you
yeah,
in
for
person
sure.
soon.
Me and Callum will hit
Man.
you up in Boca.
Oh, for sure. For sure. But all right, guys, this has been episode 3 of the podcast. Again, I'm your host, Jackson Tyre, Andrew Amato, and our guest today, Mr. Jordan Taylor. I appreciate you guys checking in, and we'll see you another time. Episode 4 will be this following Tuesday, so see you guys there.